All right, once again, it's Susie, 8G3 and 8G4. Somebody read that sample to us for today.
I can identify dilations with 65% mastery.
Good job. Yesterday, we began to talk about dilations. Can anyone remember or recall what we noted about dilations? Everybody got a math notebook keeping up? All right, somebody tell us what a dilation is.
Transformation in which the original figure and its image and are similar, same shape but a different size. Figure can be increase or decrease.
Good job. We said that's the one transformation that we can easily notice because the two figures were clearly, one will be bigger and one will be smaller. It's the easiest one to notice. The figures will not be congruent. They are known to be similar. They will stay the same shape, but it will be a different size. Also with dilations, we do, or they have a scale factor. Someone tell us what a scale factor is.
The ratio of the length of a side of the image to the length of the corresponding side of the original figure. Multiply coordinates by the scale factor to find the coordinates of the image.
Good job. As we learned on yesterday, if we know that scale factor, we can just take it and multiply the coordinates to find those new coordinates. So scale factor is very important in knowing dilations. All right, in the midst of my internet issues and power outage this morning, I asked you to go ahead and take out our activity for today. It is in Tuesday's folder in Schoology, titled Tuesday's Activity. I also asked you to take out a coordinate grid if you have paper, or if it is one in Schoology. Some of you know how to use those drawing tools very well. Those of you who do not have access to Schoology, yours was found in Google Classroom. Thank you. All right, when you open up Tuesday's activity, it should be titled Dilations Activity. You can type your name somewhere on it. Put it up there near the title if you choose. All right, notice this is an activity that I did explain you will need the coordinate plane for. Or if you have paper and you can draw one, that will work as well. All right, someone will have yours visible, or if you can see my screen. Can you read graph 1, part A for us? Yes, Stephen, you can print one if you have access to a printer. I uploaded it in Schoology, and it should allow you to download and print. All right, it don't look like you sleep. Somebody read part A.
A or B. I mean on graph 1 or 2.
Graph 1.
Plot the following points. A, 3 and 2. B, 6 and 2. C, 6 and 5. D, 3 and 5. Dilate these points by
All right, before we do, hold on, Corey. Before we do anything else, let's go ahead and do part A. I'm going to pull up mine. All right, Corey, give us those points again.
How am I supposed to see it?
You should also have it pulled up on your screen. That's why I told you to go to Schoology and go ahead and open up Tuesday's activity. It should have opened it up in a new tab. All right, the Shayla gave us A32. All right, so for those of us who are following along with graphing, if you haven't gotten well with the tools on your Chromebook to draw, just do it on paper. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to have some effort. All right, so that's the first one. All right, what was part B? That problem. Give me a thumbs up if you have your Tuesday activity in one tab, your Chromebook in another. I mean, your coordinate grid in another, you have paper. All right, so that's one person. So what are the rest of you doing? And even if I'm just sitting there, I may want to pull up the activity to keep me from doing it on my own. Someone who has the activity pulled up, read part B.
Plot the following points. A, -2, 2. B, -6, 2.
Oh, we still on graph 1. We still on graph 1. We did part A.
Oh, the second part. Listed order pairs plot the connect. A.
Corey, you
Now,
start over.
list the order pairs.
I'll
Plot.
start over. You missing some before that.
Oh, dilate.
Yes. And how did it tell us to dilate?
Connect.
And what's after that? It say dilate these points by a scale factor of what?
2.
Good. So looking at those points that they originally gave us, dilate by a scale factor of 2 would mean that we would multiply both of those coordinates, the x and the y, by 2. So looking at point A was at 3, 2. So if I multiply both of those points by that scale factor of 2, what would be my new location of A? Good job, 6, 4. All right, so then look at B. B was at 6, 2. If we multiply it by the scale factor of 2, what are our new locations?
12, 4.
Good job. right, and notice how I am labeling as A, B. You may want to get in the habit of labeling them as we go, just so you can keep up and make sure you have those correct points. Do not rely on just looking at it. Don't trust it. All right, C is at 6.5. So then if I multiply it by the scale factor of 2, and of course, if you are confused or stuck,
1210.
and look at the computer, go back in the tab with Zoom, and you'll see what I mean. All right, and D was at 3.5. So if we multiply it by that scale factor,
610.
good job. All right, so they told us to list them, plot them. So now let's plot them. We listed them. So make sure you have them listed because it told you to list it. And then plot it. 6, 4. And remember this time, with this being the image or the second outcome, make sure you put that apostrophe behind the alphabets to let us know it came second. Somebody said, okay, 1210. What we got? 1215. Good. Thank you for noticing that. And as you start to plot, or you will be able to notice if you had the correct points or not. Either it'll look the same or it'll be off. You'll notice. All right, so we have connected them. The second part told us to draw a line that connects A to AA in the origin, and then connect B in the origin, C in the origin, and D in the origin. All right, if you got some colorful pens. Let's see. Mine is crooked, especially if you're using paper. Those of you that's using the tools online like me, I don't expect it to be perfect. You need some effort. Let me see, connect these. All right, now that we have connected that, it almost looks like a shape, don't it? All right, if you come back in Zoom and look at my screen and look at your paper, if it looks the same, give me a thumbs up. If it's looking funny, give me a little, that little face, y'all. America, you got yours? Good, good there. All right, any questions about that first graph? Any questions about what you're doing with this activity? Yes, no, maybe. Everybody understand what's going on? All righty, we're gonna try the second one. If you're working with us, it's with me. It's about 2 today. All right, for the second one, somebody give us those points.
A is -2 and 2. B is -6 and 2. And C is -6 and 4. And D is -2 and 4.
Thank you, Omar. All right, this time, what did they tell us happened?
It said dilate these points by the scale a half.
All right, what does that tell us to do, Stephen?
Multiply by half.
Good job. Multiply by a half or divide by 2. All right, so if we multiply by a half, a prime will be where?
Negative 1, 1.
Good job. All right, B prime will be,
Negative 3, 1.
good job. And notice as I'm writing my points, I'm also going ahead and finding it so I don't have to go back later. All right, C prime.
Negative 3, 2.
Good job. And D prime.
Negative 1, 2.
All right, so they asked you to list those coordinates, so you should have those new coordinates. And then they told you to draw it. Did they tell us to do anything else to graph 2? And after you do it, those of you that's using the tools on your Chromebook, snip a picture of it. This graph 2, that way when you upload it, you already know which graph it belongs to. Some of you been doing it. All right, any questions about graph 2? I may have moved it on. All right, let's try graph 3. All right, A, where's A?
Uh, 2, negative 1.
All right, give me a second to plot it. All right, where's B? All right, is that B? 2, negative 3?
Yup.
Yup.
Yeah, ma'am.
All right, that's better. All right, where's C?
4,
D? Oh, it's just 3. Yeah, it's just 3. All right, so those are 3 points. Let's connect. This time we got a triangle. All right, what's our scale factor?
3.
3.
All right. So what our new location of A prime?
Six, -3.
All right, B prime.
6, -9.
All right, and C prime.
12, -6.
Just think of it this way. If you learn how to use those math tools online now, when you get to high school, it won't be that hard to adjust. All right, so that's our new triangle, and I'm sure they probably told us to connect them to the origin.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and through connecting to the origin, what they're trying to show you is that they should be on that same line going to the origin because they are corresponding. They're in the same positions, we just made it large. That's what they're trying to get you to see. So if you come across after you do a dilation and your shapes, your coordinates are not lining up that way, that'll tell you immediately, okay, I did something wrong. And it'll give you a notion to go back and check those coordinates. Any questions about graph 3? All right, I think you may have about 5 more graphs to do. I hope this explained to you how to do the graphs, how you could do it online. But of course, if you need paper and pencil, I know Stephen asked, of course, that is perfectly fine. And as always, if you all need anything from me throughout the day, everyone does know how to reach me. And I hope y'all have a great Tuesday.
Bye.